The following is a Winchester Ammunition original series. On the back roads of upstate New York, an unfamiliar traveler would be hard-pressed to find a local without hands of leather. Hard work is a way of life in these small towns, where a handshake is still a binding contract. These real American pit stops are the backbone of this country. And it's all Nikki Boxler has ever known. Growing up on a dairy farm outside of Buffalo, Nikki grew accustomed to sweat on the brow and mud on the boots. It was never an option to shy away from the chores necessary to keep the farm running. She learned how to do things the right way from Dad and Grandpa, as so many small-town kids did. Nikki may have always been their little princess, but trust when I say this is no Cinderella story. Don't be fooled by her beauty, charm, and grace. She's most at peace in the wild places, the types of places where if the air doesn't smell like sweet honeysuckle, it smells of spent gunpowder. Yes, Nikki Boxler is the all-American girl, willing to pit her skills against any man or woman in the field. The farm life has done more than instill an unmatched work ethic in Nikki. It's instilled a confidence to take on any challenge, on any hunt, on any given day. It's autumn in the Southwest, and Nikki Boxler has just arrived to the quaint town of Quemado, New Mexico. The landscape is much different than the outskirts of Buffalo, but the simple ways of the everyday townspeople quickly remind her of home. It's a quiet land where the elk outnumber the people by a long shot. She's arrived to the plains to chase after a bugler of her own. Just like any small town, Quemado has that one corner store that anchors the community and ties everything together. Around these parts, it's the country store, owned by the one and only Carlton Armstrong.
I've owned the store since '85. My parents owned it for 20 years prior to that. I really did enjoy the people. I think that's the best part of this thing is the people. People get and really enjoy coming in and looking at this stuff. You know, as this county is about 7,000 square miles, and there's about 3,500 people here, and I imagine there's about 50 or 60,000 elk, so I think we have a pretty appropriate elk to human ratio for this county, and human to square mile ratio as far as that goes. It's just it's a tough place to make a living, and I'm glad we have animals here in elk, and we're able to do what we do with folks like you. Small towns in America are having a hard time making it, so we're losing a few people, Nikki. But hunters have been a big part of our being able to stay here. Hunters are the biggest industry in Catherine County, so we really count on hunters. It's been a great season. We've had great success. A lot of happy hunters, great experiences, and that's the main thing we're after, is to provide good experience for hunters and see. Just to get those close-up personal encounters.
Winchester Life is brought to you by Winchester Repeating Arms, Swarovski Optic, Winchester Ammunition.
Repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Come on, you can do it. Repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Winchester Repeating Arms, worth repeating.
Nikki's meeting with her guide Ramone before diving into the rut-fueled grind of grassy plains elk hunting.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, good. How are you doing?
Keith Williams.
Nikki Boxler. Nice to meet you.
This is your guide, Ramone.
Hi, how are you? Pleasure to meet you.
Today, the crew's heading out to take part in some of the same pastimes she enjoys back home in Buffalo. Nikki will enjoy that down-on-the-farm feeling, New Mexico style.
So Ramone brought me over to meet the ranch manager, and they were getting ready to head out to put up some cattle and asked if I wanted to come along. So I'm excited to ride with some real cowboys.
This scene plays out over and over again in small towns across this great land. There's chores to be done, cattle to bring around, firm handshakes and friendly faces around every corner. The people of Quemado have made Nikki feel at home. Tomorrow, they'll attempt to bring her face to face with a bugling bull deep in the land of enchantment.